Okay, so welcome again, everyone, for our today's session entitled with Artificial Intelligence in Data Analysis, which will be presented by our honored speaker, Mr. Salman Ahmed. He's a result-driven data professional with 4 years of experience in data analytics, business and intelligence, and data engineering. His journey began as a business intelligence analyst, where he transformed raw data into actionable insights for strategic decision making. He transitioned into a data analyst role, uncovering valuable patterns and trends to drive business growth. Currently, he's passionate about data engineering, focusing on end to end data pipelines. He understands the critical role of robust data infrastructure in analytics success, driving him to create efficient pipelines for organizations to maximize their data access potential. So, welcome on board, Mr. Salman. It's a great pleasure that we have you on board for our today's session. So, guys, if you have any questions or concern regarding, or let's say during the presentation, so please feel free to write down in the chat box or raise your hand during the Q&A session, which will be followed by the session. So the floor is completely yours, Mr. Salman. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you to this seminar. Let's talk about today's agenda. So, as you know, today's seminar is about AI and how AI make advancement in the data analytics field. So throughout the presentation, throughout the seminar, we will discuss what is AI, what is data analytics, and how AI is helping in data analytics. Okay, let's begin. Okay. Now, let's define what is AI. So basically, AI, it's machines that is mimicking or copying human brain functions. Like we are training that machines using the data, and after training, that are giving the result for the unseen data. Let's okay. So let's see this picture of AI, a whole picture of AI, where machine learning is the subset of AI. Also, the deep learning is the subset of machine learning. So basically, what we do, we train the models. The model can be different. The model can be for text data. The model can be for the videos data. It can be any model. So basically, we train the model using machine learning. In other words, it is machine teaching. We teach the machine by feeding the data, and after we teach the machine, we ask for the queries. We ask for the unseen data. We ask for the result using the unseen data. So machine learning is the mechanism of how we train the AI models. Now, deep learning, it is also the mechanism of training the AI models. But here in deep learning, we use neural networks like brains that transform the information from one neuron to other neuron. In deep learning, we did the same. We follow the same approach of training AI models. So this is like brief about the AI. Now, if we see about the data analytics, what is data analytics? So every industry nowadays generating so much data, like if it is healthcare, sales, marketing, even IoT devices, social media platforms, everywhere data is generating. Now, how we can benefit from that data, how we can use that data and transform it to make some decision based on the data we are have. So basically, we have four types of data analytics. Like there are four stages of data analytics. Here we will take the analogy of patient visiting a doctor. So when a patient visit a doctor, he described his condition. So here we come the descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics is nothing but describing the data we have. We have data in our storage, we take it, visualize it, and see what happened. So descriptive analytics will answer the question what happened in the past. So mostly BI tools such as Tableau, Power BI, Looker Studio, Click, it is providing the descriptive analytics. It will take your data, it will transform it, visualize it into a clear picture and story, and tells us that what happened in the future. Now, let's come to the second step. It is diagnostic analytics. So when the doctor uh, hear about the medical condition of the patient, he will his approach will be to diagnose why it has happened. Like he will see for the reason. He will look for the reason. So here we take the past data, we visualize it, and then we look for the trends, we look for the reasons, like why it has happened. So here in this step, in the diagnostic analytics, we look for the reasons. Now in the third step of data analytics, we take the results and predict that what will happen in the future. Like if the same trend goes, what will happen in the future? Now, here we use some machine learning techniques to predict the future trends. And upon that, we prescribe something. We prescribe, uh, we prescribe how we can improve, how we can avoid this thing. Like if we take a sales data we have, we visualize it, and we see there are some decreasing trend in the sales. So we see the decreasing trend and we take the action. Like after looking for the reason, we found the reason, and then we prescribe something, like how we can avoid this, how we can increase our sale, how we can stop decreasing our sales. So the last stage is prescriptive analytics, and this process, it's not one time process, it will repeat. New data will come, we will analyze, we will look for trends, we will predict the future, and then we will prescribe some actions. So this is basically the cycle of data analytics. Now data can be in multiple form. Mostly we are dealing with the text form data, which is in Excel sheets. We have CCTV footage. It's also a data generating from CCTV footage. We have images. We have audio data. All these data can be transformed into actionable insights. Now, our main point is how AI can help us in transforming that data. Like before AI, it is also done. We are doing it before AI. Now, with the emerging field of AI, how it is aiding us, uh, evaluating, and like how it is helping to make the process fast and efficient. So basically, we are doing data collection and data analytics, our first step, data cleansing, data transformation, and data visualization. As for these four stages, we need these four steps. Now, if we see the data collection, so there are plenty of platforms where we can collect the data. We can build some data pipelines to collect the data. And now due to AI, we have new platforms like Databricks, we have Azure Data Factory, and we have plenty of platforms which can help us fast and improve the process of data collection. After that, we have data cleansing. So we have tools that enables AI to clean the data very effectively, and it can save some time. Like we have to clean the data. We have large data generating and storing into our databases. So we have some data cleansing tool like Alteryx, NIME tool we have, Tableau Data Prep we have. It's all the tools are using AI. Now using those tools we can automate this process. We can make it efficient. And for the data visualization, most of the tools are there which can visualize our data using AI. So during the seminar, I will also take a data set to analyze it, and we will see how AI can make it easy for us, how quickly we can analyze and draw some conclusion from the data set. So it will be like 3 to 4 minutes task. We will analyze quickly the data set and we will see what are the trends, what are the insights from the data set, and we can draw some conclusion, we can draw some decision based on the trends in the data set. Now if we see, as I discussed, AI can help us in efficient data analysis. Like AI can automate the whole process of data analysis. Also, we have tools which can process large volume of data from which we can derive some insights. Now, if we see for the predictive modeling, it was done previously using coding, like non-technical non-technical guy. It's very hard for them to uh, make some predictive modeling. Now, with the help of AI, we have such tool which can provide ML, machine learning and deep learning algorithms. Also, it can increase the accuracy of those algorithms to make some right predictive modeling. Also, if we look into the data, there might be some irrelevant data. Like if we have data of patients, their name, age, we have their blood pressure, like all the medical records, and our aim is to see whether the patient is suffering from diabetes or not. So if for that purpose we train the model, there might be some irrelevant data, like the name of the patient has no correlation with the diabetes. So there are some techniques using AI we can remove the irrelevant data. It's called the feature selection. Feature selection, we can feed the data into AI tool and it can reduce the dimensionality. The dimensionality means it can remove the irrelevant data, the redundant data from the data set, which can boost our accuracy of the model. Also, we have some natural language processing tools from which we can analyze our data set and see the sentiment of the text. Now, we will take some data set. I will, yes. Okay, so this tool, I think most of you are using this tool for your day-to-day task, but we have something here, data analysis module. So if you have no coding background, no technical background, within 5 minutes you can analyze your data set and you will get the visualization, you can get the patterns in the data. You can ask whatever you want from the data. So I will show you this data set. Let me open the file. So we have some data of patients where we have age, sex, all the dimensions of the medical records. And our target variable is to see whether the patient is suffering from heart disease or not. So 0 means no heart disease, 1 means heart disease. Now we have this raw data. How we can transform this data to a story or an understanding picture. Like in one picture, we can draw the conclusion from this data set. So this data we will transform. I will see the data is uploading. Yeah, it is already uploaded. So simply I will say describe this data and it will start analyzing it. So this is basically generative AI. The models are pre-trained. We have pre-trained model upon the data. And now you can see it will analyze the data set within minutes. So it's describing the data, like what is in the data, all the columns it will describe. It will know the context of this data. Like it's say this data is related to heart health. We have the age, the sex of the patient, we have chest pain type, resting blood pressure, all the medical. And the target variable is showing the heart disease. So this thing understand all the context of the data. Now if I prompt this and say recommend me some insights from the data. So it will tell you what are some of the important insights we can get from this data set. The first, it is saying correlation analysis. Correlation analysis means that we have these columns and we will check which feature is mostly contributing towards heart disease. This is a very good insight. Like we will check if the age is a factor of heart disease, chest pain is a factor of heart disease. So this is basically correlation analysis. We have age analysis. We can get some insights from gender, like what is like mostly from which gender it is affecting the chest pain type. So all these insights it is recommending. Now I will say visualize the insights. So this will tell you for which insight, which chart will be suitable. So it will start visualizing the data set. Take some time for the visualization. Also with the visualization, it will provide you Python code. So you can just copy the code and run it. It will do the same thing. We are almost there. Okay, yes. So I did all the visualization, like I did the correlation heat map, so we can see which variable is mostly correlated with the heart disease, with the target. So this is all about the correlation heat map. And we know the correlation value, if it is nearly equal to 1, so we will say this is strong correlation. If it is negative, then we will say this is a weak correlation. Let's say uh, also if you see, okay, so age is also correlated with the target, which is heart disease. Now the age distribution, I think this is it is only showing that how many how many numbers, like age distribution with heart disease, yeah, like which age group is mostly affecting from heart disease. Now, if we see for the gender perspective, it is saying that sex with heart disease comparison. So females are mostly affected by heart disease. Uh, Also, the chest pain type. So there might be some, yeah, there are 4 types of chest pain. So if we see the first type of chest pain is mostly contributing toward heart disease. Now, so this is basically all in one picture. It will visualize all the results from the data set. Also, it will give you some brief information about each visualization, so you can see the summary of each visualization. So that's it. Like in 4 to 5 minutes, we can see the insights from a data set. Now, if we okay, now if we talk about some of the BI tools like Power BI, Tableau. So it is also now integrating with AI. Like if we take one of the data set into Power BI without having any technical background, without any technical information, we can easily draw insights from a data set by asking simple questions. So they are also integrating the same AI in the Power BI and Tableau. I will just feed a data set, and also with the question it will visualize uh, the chart for that question. So basically the main point is this, that AI is adding the data analytics field. Wait, now it is opening. It will take some time. Yes, it is open. I will share the Power BI, and we can see how simply we can feed a data set and ask question about the data set, and we can create visualization using that data set. We'll take a workbook. It will be here, AI data. Okay. So this is basically FIFA players data set. I will just open the data set to show you, and then we will see which insight it can draw from the data set. Okay. Okay, so we have player name, I think it is opening in the Power BI also, so better we will look there. Yes, so we have player name, overall rating of that player, potential, what is the value of the player, what is the position, age, height, all the necessary information about those players. Now we will load the same data here. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, so we have one tool integrated which is Q&A, question and answer. We can use this tool. It will start in a little bit. Okay. So it will quickly analyze the data set, and after that we can ask the question about the data set, and it will create charts about the data set. Like, okay, so it gives some suggestion also, but we will say what is maximum height by full name. It will take some time because it is the first time the data set is loaded, so that's why it will take some time. Yes, now it's started. Maximum. It is also giving the suggestions. The spelling gets okay. Yes, so how quickly it analyze all the data sets, so it is showing the maximum height, and then like we can see for the kale we have 206 centimeter of height. Now we can change this to minimum. Now if we sort it through, I think we have to do the sorting. All the thing we have to do. Yes. So it's the same chart. The only thing we have to sort it. If we see maximum overall, by nationality, like from which nationality. So maximum overall is Argentina. Like mostly players from Argentina has the highest overall score, followed by Belgium, France, and so on. So this is the question answer module which can be used for analyzing the data. Now let's come back to the presentation. Okay, some of the application of AI and data analytics, like AI brings some advancement in the diagnosis of disease detection. We have plenty of algorithms available, machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, which can diagnose cancer disease um, very efficiently. Like we have it available from the past, but now with the AI, it is more advanced and more efficient. Also, we have predictive analytics for early intervention. Like we have the past data of patients. We use this data and we do prediction for some other patient. Like we can predict his medical condition for the future. And upon that, we can prescribe some medicine. We can take some action to prevent this disease. The last thing, which is clinical decision support system. So many medical professionals use this system. They have all the patient data and input some new patient data upon which it is providing the decision, like what is the disease, what is the uh, medical condition this patient is suffering from. So there are various AI application in healthcare. This thing also we have did. Now, if you have some questions, you can ask in the chat or you can
Thank you
unmute.
so much, Mr. Salman. That was really informative and fruitful session. And so based on this, it just made me my mind to push my mind to think about some questions. So
Mhm.
before I'm going to get back to the audience's questions, so I have some few questions. And
Sure.
based on the data analysis by a chatbot robot,
Mhm.
can we say that we are at the level that we are not going to, let's say we are not demanding to use SPSS or GraphPad Prism for analysis or not? Still, we are need more advancement for those chatbots until we are reaching a development that for these kind of chatbots.
I think like it depends upon the data sensitivity. Like most of the data sets we have can't be shared with the chatbots, right? So
Mhm.
we have some limitations like that. If there are no limitation for the data, then we can use the chatbots. It can quickly visualize your data. If the data is sensitive and can't be shared and can't be out, so then I think it is better to stick with the tools that we are using. SPSS we have for the statistical modeling, we have Tableau, Power BI. So it depends upon the data. And soon there will be some advancement in the security level, data security. So we can have the same chatbots and the tools, the traditional tools we are using for the data analysis.
Mm, that's great. So still we are needing it, and it's also based on the
Yes,
type of the
yes,
data. Okay, perfect.
yes,
So another question, we know that in our today's world, ethical standard is something really significant through the research projects and data analysis especially.
yes.
So are there any ethical consideration or concerns related to AI and data analysis?
Um, yes, because uh, AI models, we are training the AI models. We are providing the data, like data and AI, it is dependent on each other. AI is nothing but we train the model and feed the data to the model, and then we use the same model. So like if we provide some data which is I will take one example, like if I am creating one uh, auto hiring system which read the data of the candidates and make it a proof for hiring or not. So if I train that model using one gender, then if I take only females data and train that model, and after that if I feed the male candidate data, so it will get rejected. Now this is biasing. So biasing, it is a big issue in AI. Like while creating the model, we have to be careful. If the model is not trained well, then it will create biasing, which is a big ethical issue in AI.
Mm. Perfect. That
Yes.
was a great answer. And this will be my last question.
Yes.
Are there any limitations to what AI can do in terms of data analysis? It's clear that the chat GPTs or chatbots can do huge things and perform huge tasks. But do we have any limitation in this concern?
Yes, we have still the limitation. Like if we see this is only the normal data. If we comes into big data is more than what we can think. Like it is in terabytes. So there we come some limitation using these chatbots. We cannot analyze big data using these chatbots. Also, for if we want to create a model for big data, so we have to arrange resources like computing resources to train the model, and it is now limited. Like we will need a lot of resources and financing to create such model. So there are limitations in the AI. We will need some extra resources.
Awesome. Thank you
Yes.
so much for your answering my questions. So I see a question in the chat box from Hala,
Okay.
which she says, if the data is already coded, can we still have the analytics by AI? For example, patient is sample but with no ID information.
Yes. Basically, if we encode the data, we hide the personal information of the patients, then it's pretty simple. We can rely on such bots to analyze our data. But to make sure, like the data, the sensitive data should not be fed to these chatbots. We have to encode the data.
Mm. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So I
Thank
guess
you.
I see none of the questions from the other audiences. Oh, I see another one. Sorry.
Okay.
So still it's Hala that she says,
Yes.
can the visual analytics done by AI by AI be shared?
Visual analytics, I assume she's talking about computer vision, visual analytics. Yes or no?
Actually, I'm not sure because she didn't provide any clarification or details.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, if we
She say
yes,
yes. Sorry, she
okay.
say yes. Okay.
So if we take the computer vision, uh, so it's basically still depends upon the data. If, for example, most of the traffic department, they are using the computer vision algorithms in their CCTV footage, like object detection, speed detection. These things can be used in computer vision. Now, mostly organization they prepare a model in-house, like that they don't share the data with outside AI models. They prepare and train model within on premises, and then they use it. So basically, how AI is helping here in computer vision, we have some of the resources available online, which is Google Colab. So we take our data, we upload, like we can trust Google up to some extent. We upload our data to the Google Colab, and it provides us some GPUs in the cloud, some storage to train our model. We train the model, and using those model weights, we can analyze our data on premises. So mostly organization prefer to train the model on premises.
Thank you so much. I see another question in the chat box. Someone
Mhm.
asking about if I have interview data, can I use chatbot to analyze the data instead of using NVIVO?
NVIVO. Wait, let me check the tool because there are plenty of tools nowadays. I think it is referring to the
I see plenty of questions, so means that our
Yeah,
audiences are quite active. So that's a great one.
Oh, okay. So it's also a tool for qualitative and mixed method research. Okay, so now let's come to the question. What is the question? Hmm,
This is from Zoom leaders.
interview data. Okay. Should analyze the data instead of using. Okay, so it depends. What interview data? Like interview data. Uh, can you be more specific about the data?
Okay, so we
Like
are
what type of
waiting
data
for
we
more
have?
indication.
Yeah, audio data we
I
have.
I did interviews. I did interviews with 10 person,
Mhm.
and I transcribed the data into text. Then
Yes.
I'm willing to take this text and put it into, normally, this is what we do. We take the text, the interview, we put it into NVivo. NVivo is going to select the keyword that are
Okay.
repeated more than once, and
Mhm.
it might create groups for some redundant
Yeah,
words that has been
basically it's text classification. Yes.
classification, exactly. So
Yeah.
can chat GPT, for example, do this? And can we consider it as reliable? Or would
Uh,
we need to train chat GPT in order to group, do some kind of grouping for maybe a large number of information?
okay. So basically, when it comes to natural language processing, there are many tools. ChatGPT also can provide the same thing, but I will prefer to use the Power BI. There is the text sentiment tool in the Power BI where you can take your data into an Excel sheet and upload it to Power BI, and it will analyze the data and provide you the sentiment, the text classification you need. Like it will remove the stop words, the redundant data, and then it will provide you the sentiment score for each of the data, so you can quickly get the results you are looking for.
What is Power BI?
Power BI is a BI tool, business intelligence tool used for data visualization. It's a very famous tool offered by Microsoft.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it
you can
free?
try.
Is it free
y-
of charge, or I have to pay for it?
Yeah, if you use the desktop version, it is free. The cloud version you have to pay. So I think you need the desktop version. We have. I will show you just a quick. Uh, Wait, if this is the Power BI interface where I analyze this data set. Okay, so if you see on the right side, we have text analytics. Text analytics, it will provide you the sentiment score for each of the text you provide in the data set. So what you have to do, you have to take the Excel file, upload it to the Power BI, and then do the text analytics, and you will get the sentiment score for each of your text.
I have another question.
Sure.
How do I have an interview? How do I copy a large interview? Interview is a dialogue between me and the other and another person. So
Okay.
how do I put them on Excel? So I copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
My what I'm saying will be in a cell, and the other interview, the other person in another cell.
Yes.
Yes.
So there are some there are some tool which record the transcript of the call you have, where your dialogues will be put in separate file and the other person dialogues will be put in the separate file. I think I will provide you some of the tool for this transcribe, which will help you a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
What is this tool?
The tools I will check. Okay, so which platform you are using for the interview? Like which calling
Zoom.
platform?
Zoom. Zoom.
Zoom.
I'm
Okay, so
using Zoom, and Zoom has transcription. يعني it transcribes, so I can see the dialogue.
yeah, it is in real time. It is transcribed, but we have, I think we have some plugin to save those transcription. I will send the name I'm not sure about the name now, but there is some plugin for the Zoom which can save the transcription of the two people communication.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I will share through the uh, to my team, and then they can share it with you. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Really,
Thank
much
you.
appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salman. So I guess we have another question from Dr. Kalsum. So she says, to use ChatGPT, we have to out data online. So
Okay.
will the plagiarism issue not appear at the time when we publish data in journal?
Yes. Now, ChatGPT, if we see the policy of the ChatGPT, they are saying that we are not using your data to train our model. We are not storing your data to train our model. Like the ChatGPT is trained from another data, and it is only generative AI. It is generating the responses based upon our data. So, like if we do some writing and upload it to ChatGPT to rephrase it, so it will not store our writing. Like the phrase we have uploaded to ChatGPT, it will not be stored and published on internet. So the plagiarism issue, it will not appear. Now, if you prompt the ChatGPT to write a whole journal for me and then copy it, so it will detect by AI detector. Like we have now some AI detector to see if this journal is now generated by AI or not. So it will detect there.
Which software is it that detect the plagiarism?
Okay, so let me check. We have some AI detectors.
And is it always accurate? Because I heard from someone else that if you copy something from ChatGPT, then you enter it in another chat, in, for example, in a Brad in Google, then you take it back from Brad and you enter it into ChatGPT. So you worked on it 3 times. It is not possible for ChatGPT to catch it, to catch any. It's not possible to catch plagiarism if you
Yeah,
enter
but
it.
it will not be caged by ChatGPT, but it will be caged by AI content detector. Like still it is AI generated text, right? The
Yeah,
last response you take it from the AI. Like you
yeah.
generated on ChatGPT, you give it to another platform, then you give it to ChatGPT. So the last text you took it from ChatGPT too. So still AI detector will detect that this content is generated by AI.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
All right.
So if we are writing an article, we have to be very careful not to copy anything from ChatGPT.
Yeah, it will be detected by AI detectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
I see no question. No more question.
I have a question.
Can we have your email maybe if we have questions or
Okay, I think I skipped the last slide. I will show you. You can connect with me on LinkedIn by using this QR code. I forgot it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So
Ms.
we can
Lalan,
connect in if
did you want to say anything before
Yes,
we
I
end?
have a question. Thank
Yes,
you for
please.
your amazing sessions. I just have 2 questions. The AI data analytic tool is safe to be used in terms of privacy and security of our data. And another questions, can you tell us some of the AI detector tool and they are accurate and be free to use?
Okay. So basically, if you are talking about tool, so ChatGPT, it is a prompt. Like it is not only wholly solely made it for data analytics. For data analytics, you should use some of the BI tools available in the market like Tableau, Power BI, and it is reliable tools. Like sensitive data can be analyzed with those tools. Also, the other question was about the AI detector, right?
For the AI
So
detector, yeah.
yeah, so we have, if we search, I think okay, so these are online and it is free. I think it is free, the copyleaks.com. Copyleaks, I will just type in the chat. This one.
How do we write it? Copy leaks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
copyleaks.com. There are plenty, there are many AI detectors now. I will just okay, so I will research on some detectors and then I can post it on my LinkedIn also, so you can take it from there. Another thing, I will see the transcription tool for the Zoom as discussed. So we can save the transcription from the Zoom in separate file, and then we can do the sentiment analysis. So I will do a separate project on this, and I will post it on my LinkedIn.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are reliable to use. The result will be accurate.
Yeah, it will be accurate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salman. Actually, I cannot see any more question from anyone.
Okay.
So thank you so much again for dedicating time to be with us on our today's session. That was a great pleasure. And now we don't have anything to add, so we can just end the session.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.